Hey guys, Jack here again, and today we're going to be going over print on demand, but not just any print on demand topic. We're going to be covering Shopify versus Merch by Amazon and pretty much the perks of having a paid platform for print on demand versus a free platform where you do not have to pay any fees for selling items on your site. And remember, if you like the video, please smash the like button. Alright, so real quick, if you're not familiar with print on demand, we're just going to go over what print on demand is. So pretty much print on demand allows you to put graphic designs, logos, images, anything you want really, any picture onto a physical product without actually owning the product. So for example, you could put a design of a giraffe onto a t-shirt or a mug or a long sleeve shirt or a sweatshirt. And some other websites offer many other things like phone cases and pop sockets. Every place is a little bit different depending on where you're uploading your design to. However, the concept is still the same. Another thing that print on demand does really well is all the seller needs to do is upload the design and they can generate a product listing with the ones they choose. And then one last thing you probably should know is that only products that people order are actually made, so there's no actual inventory for print on demand, hence the name print on demand. It is only ordered or is only printed when it's actually ordered. Alright, so we're going to start with a Shopify store and the benefits and the not so great parts of it. And pretty much what you need to know is that when you have a Shopify store, you're creating your own website and you can sell whatever you want on your website. It doesn't have to be print on demand. However, Shopify is often used for just print on demand services, so people can make a clothing brand or just a shop to sell certain designs. However, when you have a website, it's a lot harder to have different types of designs or different niches because your website needs to target an audience. Because if you put ads out for a t-shirt that is related to drafts and someone wants to come onto your website for that, they're going to see all these other t-shirts that are just like not even related. So you have to stick to one niche with print on demand stores, or you have to build a brand for Shopify, which is kind of a con. However, if you can build a brand or target a niche on a Shopify store, you're going to be able to get really high profit margins because you're not going through a third-party seller or you're not going through anyone. You are the middleman pretty much. So this allows you to make more profit because the people who are advertising your shirts on other sites aren't taking a cut, meaning the only cut you get taken is from the manufacturer of the shirt, not the actual website, which is really good. However, there's upkeep fees for this. So to have a website, you have to pay yearly for your domain and your website hosting services. And also Shopify does have a charge for monthly users, so that's something to consider. And Shopify is not very passive, meaning you have to maintain your website, you have to actively put advertisements out there. None of this is done for you really. Unless you're ranking on Google organically, none of this is going to be taken care of without you actually putting in active work every month. And then another pro though of a Shopify store is you have way more customization over how your shop looks, what you put on your shop, and the environment that people are going to be entering when they go into your website. And there's also a lot more data you can analyze because you have control to be able to see all the numbers of people going in and out of your website, where on other site platforms that aren't your website, you don't have those analytics to look at. So with that being said, you can adjust certain parts of your website knowing more data about it. However, that's really all I have to talk about Shopify. I want to show you guys Merch by Amazon so you guys have something to compare it to, especially if you're not familiar with print on demand. Alright, so Merch by Amazon is one of many other print on demand sites that actually go by this business model of you upload your designs to the website, they put them on their marketplace, they advertise them for you, and people search for your designs on their website and then they buy them. You don't need to advertise at all. They do all this for you. Amazon's really great because you can rank your listings on Amazon, and Amazon gets over 2 billion visits a month, Amazon.com alone. So Merch by Amazon is on a couple different Amazons. However, the main platform that they get sales on is Amazon.com. You do have to get accepted into this website. However, it doesn't take that much. You just need to have some kind of designing skills and some sort of, let them know that you know what you're doing and you're there to help them. You're there to help them make money, and anyone can really get accepted. It just takes a few tries sometimes, or a little bit of time, but it's worth it because the Merch by Amazon, the way it works is basically you upload your design, you let it sit there, and it can make a sale. It could be a few months later, but once you have a bunch of designs up, this is when you can start making lots of money, because you don't have to stick to a specific niche or build a brand on Merch by Amazon. You can just rank for different keywords and different niches once you have enough slots. So that's the only thing about Amazon, is that you have to work your way up to being able to upload more shirts. You start off and you can only upload 10, or not 10 shirts, but 10 products, any kind of products you want, but t-shirts are the most ones that sell the most, so those are usually the ones you're going to be uploading. And then once you get those 10, you have to make 5 to 10 sales, and they'll up you to the next tier, which is 25. And then after 25, you can go to 100, 500, 1,000, and it goes all the way up to a couple 100,000. However, it's all free, so you don't actually have to pay anything to get up these tiers or to start making money. All you have to do is put some designs up, and you can start making a crazy amount of passive income, because you're not having to actively manage ads, and you're not having to actively pay for a monthly site. So this is a really good business model. And if you're interested in Merch by Amazon, there's also other options like Redbubble and Teespring and TeePublic. Like, there's a bunch of other websites that don't have an application system where you can just start uploading designs and making money right away. If you're looking at one that isn't Merch by Amazon, I'd recommend Redbubble or TeePublic, because those two, you can upload a design and the next day someone could buy it, because they advertise your listings right off the bat. Alright, so if you're still not sure which way you're leaning for Merch by Amazon or Shopify, if you're trying to build a brand or you want to target a certain audience and only that audience, I definitely recommend something like Shopify. Or a cheaper route would be to go with Etsy, and then you can do paid ads and you can also get organic traffic, but that's not 100% free. That's why it's more on the Shopify side. It's about a mix of both. However, I do recommend applying for Merch by Amazon and getting started with that, because if you can get sales on there, or if you want to just post a bunch of designs that aren't related to one another, that's a good place to go. But Shopify is really good if you want to build a brand, or if you want to just have your own website where people can go, rather than a bunch of random designs on this website. So one thing to keep in mind also with these two business models and comparing them is that they are essentially very different tactics for print on demand. Because on the Shopify side of things, it's very hands-on, and it's also a whole different ball game with marketing, because that's really what you're doing in that side of things. You're marketing your own t-shirt designs, you're going crazy to just push your brand out there and push that niche in front of those right people. However, when you're doing it through Merch by Amazon or Redbubble or any other website like that, you're finding trends and you're targeting niches that, have something that need to be made for them a lot more than you are advertising your own designs. Because if you can find the designs that are, unfulfilled or not very saturated, then they're going to pop up on those websites, and those websites are going to push your designs to the consumers that are looking for that specific item. Where if you have a Shopify store and you create something very unsaturated, unless it ranks on Google in a few months down the road, you're really not focused on the niche. You're focused on one niche and the customers in that niche maybe, but you're focused on advertising to them, not really making as much designs as you could for different consumers. So that's something you definitely want to keep in mind if you're looking at the two, because they are whole different business models, and Personally, me, I would much rather go the Merch by Amazon route because I like just designing a bunch of different designs and not worrying too much about the advertising, because that's not fun to me. And I want to still enjoy the process of print on demand, and I think Merch by Amazon, Redbubble, and Teespring, they really make it a lot more enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please smash the like button, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video, so stay tuned. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day.